Hello and welcome back to Style Intellect. Today, we're diving into the iconic styles of the fabulous four from the hit television show Sex and the City: Carrie Bradshaw, Charlotte York, Samantha Jones, and Miranda Hobbs. These characters made waves with their unique fashion choices, and I'm here to break down their style personalities, style evolution, and designers I think they would wear. Before I go any further, I would like to say a huge thank you to everyone who subscribed. I hit 1,000 subscribers, and I am so excited and grateful for you all. I started this channel as a hobby to talk about fashion, style, and some of my favorite shows, and I had no idea that so many other people would enjoy listening to me yap. So thank you. You've no idea how much this means to me. Now, we're on the road to 5K. Okay, let's get back to it. First up, the fashionista Carrie Bradshaw.
I arrived at my party after a day of shopping. With no true soulmate, I spent the afternoon with my shoe soulmate, Manolo Blahnik.
Carrie Bradshaw is a sex columnist for the fictional New York Star and a self-diagnosed shopaholic with a chaotic and adventurous spirit. She's witty, charming, and incredibly annoying sometimes, making her a complex and relatable character. Her style is a true reflection of her personality. It's fun, it's flirty, chaotic, and scattered. Carrie's style is anything but ordinary, and I would describe her style personality as the creative. She has an experimental and eclectic wardrobe that features a mix of colors, prints, patterns, and shapes. Like a true creative, she's not afraid to try different trends and take risks with her outfits, for better or for worse. She keeps it fresh and exciting, never sticking to one particular style. Her style shifts to every occasion, and she has the perfect outfit for any and every scenario. Carrie frequently incorporates statement accessories like costume jewelry, Fendi baguettes.
It's a baguette.
And interesting hats. Very interesting hats.
Nice hat.
Sequins, fur, tassels, glitter, tulle, lace, you name it, she wore it. She has her signature pieces like her iconic gold Carrie nameplate necklace, her curly blonde hair, which she actually wore straight more often than not as the seasons progressed. And who could forget that iconic fur coat? She adored shoes as well, especially Manolo Blahnik's, which became a household name thanks to the show, along with Louboutins and Jimmy Choo's. In my opinion, Carrie didn't evolve that much throughout the show, and neither did her fashion. She may have become a bit more polished overall from her hair to her clothes, but her style remains daring and experimental. Carrie would wear any designer from Dolce & Gabbana, Marni, Chloe, Rabanne, Dior, Prada, Betsy Johnson, the list goes on and on. Her diverse taste in fashion designers further underscores her status as a true fashionista and a style icon. Whether she was attending a high-profile event or just walking the streets of New York City, Carrie Bradshaw always made a statement with her fashion choices. Next, we have Miranda Hobbs, the corporate lawyer with a no-nonsense attitude.
You are.
So, ipso facto, I can't be interesting? Women either fall into one of two categories, beautiful and boring, or homely and interesting. Is that what you're saying, Skippy?
Miranda's style personality could be characterized as classic and traditional, which typically works well in the workplace. She's the opposite to Carrie. Her logical and grounded personality is reflected in her wardrobe, which is practical and professional, featuring high-quality fabrics, tailored clothing, and clean lines. Miranda's dedication to her career as a lawyer was evident through her power suit-filled wardrobe. Although she's mainly seen wearing darker tones like blacks and grays, Miranda can also be spotted in colors that complement her features, such as reds, greens, and rich blues, balanced out with neutrals, of course, adding some variety to her wardrobe. Miranda starts out the show tough and cynical, and very much closed off to love.
I'm out of here. Why do you hate guys so much?
Excuse me?
Sporting a more conservative, lawyerly look. As the seasons progressed, however, she begins to soften, and this change is mirrored in her wardrobe as she starts to embrace more feminine cuts and silhouettes. Her hair followed suit as well. Earlier in the series, she rocked a short, red, spiky pixie cut, which is traditionally seen as more masculine. She was even mistaken to be a lesbian by the partners at her law firm. As her character evolved and softened, so did her hair, growing it out into a bob throughout the series. Despite her understated wardrobe, you could always find a stunning pair of statement earrings hanging just below that red bob, adding a touch of elegance to her look. In my opinion, Miranda balances the masculine and feminine elements of her style exceptionally well. She effortlessly transitions from oversized button-downs and ties to plunging necklines and simple but elegant dresses. Her smart, casual, off-duty lawyer aesthetic was also noteworthy, often featuring slouchy sweaters, loose-fitting pants, and even some vintage Jean-Paul Gaultier-esque pieces. Oh, and she loved a good turtleneck. Her workwear remains sophisticated and timeless, and I envision her closet is filled with designers like YSL and Prada. And for her off-duty looks, she might opt for the Row, Tommy Hilfiger menswear, Max Mara, and Totemi. We can't talk about Miranda without mentioning that gorgeous wedding dress. She didn't love tradition and often rebelled against it, which is evident in her burgundy velvet dress. Miranda's style evolution throughout the series is a testament to her character development. Her initial tough exterior gradually gives way to a more open and softer persona, reflected in her clothing choices. I think Miranda is underrated as a style icon in the show. Even though they didn't always get her styling right, she really came through with some looks. Whether she's in the office in a power suit or enjoying a casual day off in a chic, slouchy sweater, Miranda Hobbs remains a style icon who perfectly blends practicality with elegance. Then there's Charlotte York, our Park Avenue princess.
If you want to get these guys, you have to keep your mouth shut and play by the rules.
Charlotte is an art dealer, an aspiring trad wife who resides in the picturesque Upper East Side of Manhattan. She embodies what we call a WASP, a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant, having been raised in Connecticut by her affluent family. Charlotte is a book-smart sorority girl who knows exactly what she wants in life and isn't afraid to declare it. She's a hopeless romantic, very idealistic, and is always striving for perfection in everything she does. As you can imagine, Charlotte is a bit conservative, especially at the start of the show. She maintains traditional ideals, which she can be very rigid about, often finding herself in conflict with the more modern views of her friends. Charlotte's wardrobe is very all-American, old money, preppy, and distinctly feminine. Her closet is filled with floral prints, tweeds, lace, and flattering silhouettes, classic cuts, and a preference for a natural color palette, with lots of pink. She always looked polished and put together, an embodiment of timeless elegance. Despite her character evolution from a more rigid and perfectionist persona to a more accepting and open individual, Charlotte rarely wavered from her deep-seated optimism. She went through many personal trials and tribulations, but she never gave up on love. And with that, her style remained consistent. She seldom stepped out of her style boundaries. Cardigans draped around her shoulders, pearl necklaces, Stepford wife headbands, and Ralph Lauren sweaters epitomize Charlotte's character and style. Some of my favorite looks from her include plaid waistcoats, button front dresses, and tennis skirts. Charlotte's style personality is the epitome of femininity and old money elegance. I would definitely say she would mainly gravitate towards heritage brands like Ralph Lauren, Burberry, and Chanel, with a touch of Tiffany & Co.'s jewelry to embody a classic and timeless elegance. I also believe that brands like Simone Rocha, known for their feminine and romantic looks, would perfectly complement Charlotte's wardrobe. Her style choices reflect her personality, graceful, refined, and always aiming for that perfect blend of tradition and modernity. Last, but definitely not least, let's talk about Samantha Jones. She really put the sex in Sex and the City.
I'm a trisexual. I'll try anything once.
She's the oldest of the group and the owner of a successful PR firm. Samantha's style is as bold and unapologetic as her personality. She's very ambitious, sexually open, and a true seductress. Unlike her friends, Samantha doesn't care at all for conventional relationships, getting married, or having children. We do see her in a couple relationships, like with Playboy Richard Wright and the hot actor Smith Jerrod, who is my favorite of all the boyfriends in the show, by the way. But she's not one for long-term commitment. Her style personality, definitely sexy with a flair for creativity and drama. A quote from her stylist says, "Her style is that of a woman who is confident in her sexuality, but it also includes her comedic side, her sense of humor and irony." Samantha's wardrobe is filled with animal prints, luxurious furs, and a bold color palette that makes her stand out. She rocks skin-tight dresses and halter tops, often pushing the boundaries and daring to wear what others wouldn't. Most notably, she wears a lot of red and shades of purple, really emphasizing her siren persona. But like I mentioned, she owns her own PR firm and is very serious about her business, so it's not uncommon to find her in a suit, but never a boring one, mind you. Her power suits were just as bold and colorful as the rest of her closet, padded shoulders and deep V's galore. Designers like Mugler and Versace perfectly capture her daring and sexy vibe. Emilio Pucci and Roberto Cavalli match her more creative and colorful looks. Samantha's style is an extension of her larger-than-life personality, with each outfit carefully chosen to make a statement. Whether she's out with the girls, scouting her next fling, or running her business, Samantha ensures she's leaving a lasting impression. Her wardrobe choices reflect her fearless approach to life, always ready to break norms and set her own rules. And there you have it, the unique styles of the Sex and the City ladies. Which character's fashion resonates with you the most? Carrie's style is often hailed above the others, especially during the time that the show aired. But if you ask me, between her and Samantha, their styles were actually my least favorite, even though I love Samantha's character. They would both often have some really amazing pieces, but sometimes the overall looks just didn't really do it for me. I personally love and resonate the most with Charlotte's timeless feminine style, and I do love Miranda's balance of masculine and feminine as well. But what do you think? Whose style resonates with you the most? Let me know in the comments down below. I got some great responses from my community post from the other day, but just in case you missed that, you can participate now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more fashion deep dives. Until next time, stay smart and stay stylish. Bye!